Welcome back to the morning show on this Monday. It's a great day to learn about agriculture, and what better way to do so than with our Ag in the Classroom segment. With me this morning, Sarah Kaper from the Champaign County Farm Bureau Foundation's Ag in the Classroom program. Sarah, new year, but more great ag lessons.
Awesome ag lessons this year. And you know, when we head into January, February, we start talking about presidents.
Yeah.
Right?
Presidents.
Yep.
President's Day coming up soon.
Yep, it'll be in February, but I thought we'd start the year with our first president, Farmer George Washington. And I have a great book, and there's a graphic that'll come up, Farmer George Washington, Plants a Nation. And one of the things that kids don't know and parents and adults don't know is that Farmer George, well, he was a farmer before he was a president. And growing up, he grew up on a farm, and his family survived on the things that they grew, which is something that not everybody knows. And so when he got a little bit older, he lost his father and didn't have the opportunity to go to college. So do you know what he ended up doing instead of going to college? Any idea? He became a surveyor and an outdoorsman. So he started surveying land. Well, he developed a love for farming, and it ended up that he bought this beautiful farm, you know, Mount Vernon, and started working on that. Well, he had a couple of interruptions in his farming career. The Revolutionary War, for one, and then becoming president. So
seems to be a little bit of a delay or change of plans.
Yes, change of plans, but he never lost the love. And here's something that's a lot of people don't know that's attributed to George Washington, is that he started with crop rotation. Many people had not heard of that, and the crops where he was at were mostly tobacco, and they had robbed the soil of nutrients. And so what he started doing was rotating crops to restore the nutrients. He also put manure on the fields as a fertilizer. So that was something, an innovator, very much so. So when he finished with the war, he came home. His farm was kind of in disrepair because he had not been there. He's a very organized farmer. And he began to bring it back to life. Left to be president, same thing, came back in retirement. And there's a little story about him and a cherry tree. You know
cherry tree. I was about to say, I've heard of this story here, the cherry tree story.
And the only reason I brought this can of cherries is because if you go to the website, there's a great recipe on making cherry pie with your kids. And read a little bit about that cherry tree story. I've heard it's not exactly true, and I've heard there's lots of versions. So research that out with your kids. Find out about the cherry tree.
But either way, it's still a great story with a great message.
It's a great story with a great message. And the story is actually, it speaks more to his character than anything else.
Right. So farmers and presidents. Now, George Washington isn't the only president who was a farmer. There's been a lot of them over the years.
Absolutely. So we'll learn about a couple more as we go on in our Ag in the Classroom segments. Yeah.
And then one more time, do you want to pitch the book that you've got?
The book is Farmer George Plants a Nation by Peggy Thomas, and it is a fantastic read for everyone in the family. And
it's a great book, a great lesson. Of course, we'll link to how people can get the book as well online. And I think reading too is great. Kids are, still in winter break right now.
Absolutely.
So this might be a great buy and another thing for them to read. We've had other book recommendations too, and of course I'll link those as well.
Perfect.
What better way to enjoy the rest of the winter break? Have the kids read a little bit.
Let's read and make some cherry pie.
And make some cherry pie, yeah. I'm sure that you didn't let me make the cherry pie after the mess I made with the pumpkin pie.
Not just you. It was a team effort.
Yeah. So, great recipe. We've got a great book, and we'll have great lesson plans. Now, if you want to get more from Ag in the Classroom, our weekly segment on Monday mornings, head on over to our website, wcia.com/agintheclassroom. We'll have lesson plans there and much, much more.